The grand chamber of the Galactic Council shimmered like a cathedral of stars. Its walls, forged from the molten cores of ancient planets, pulsed with the faint glow of 1,000 civilizations. Representatives of countless species, towering insectoids, ethereal energy beings, and humanoids with skin like molten gold, gathered in a symphony of voices, each debating the fate of the universe. And there, in the shadow of the council's towering dais, stood Dr. Ilara Voss, the lone human delegate. Her dark hair was streaked with silver, her eyes heavy with the weight of sleepless nights. She clutched a data pad tightly, her fingers trembling as she prepared to address the assembly. Ilara had never dreamed she would stand here. Born in the slums of Earth's last habitable city, she had clawed her way out of poverty through sheer will and brilliance. Her work in astrophysics had earned her a place among the stars, but it had come at a cost. Her daughter, Lily, was back on Earth, fighting a rare genetic illness that no human doctor could cure. The Council's advanced technology could save her, but it was reserved for worthy species. Ilara's heart ached as she thought of Lily's frail body, her laughter that had grown quieter with each passing day. She had promised her daughter she would find a way to save her, no matter what it took. The Council's chamber was a marvel of engineering, but it was also a place of cold indifference. The Zorathians, the most powerful species in the galaxy, ruled with an iron fist. Their delegate, Kale, was a towering figure with skin like polished obsidian and eyes that glowed with disdain. He had never hidden his contempt for humanity, calling them primitive and unworthy. Ilara had tried to warn the Council about the strange energy fluctuations she had detected in the universe's core. She had spent months analyzing the data, her findings pointing to a catastrophic collapse if the Council continued its reckless exploitation of cosmic energy. But her warnings had been dismissed as fearmongering. As she stood there, a sense of unease settled over her. The air felt heavier, the lights dimmer. Something was wrong. The chamber fell silent as Ilara stepped forward to present her findings. Her voice, though soft, carried the weight of conviction. "Honored delegates," she began, "the data is clear. The universe's core is destabilizing. If we continue to extract energy at this rate, we risk triggering a collapse that will destroy everything." A murmur rippled through the assembly. Kale rose from his seat, his voice dripping with condescension. "Dr. Voss," he said, his tone mocking, "your species has been part of this council for less than a century. Do you truly believe you understand the intricacies of cosmic energy better than we do?" Ilara's cheeks burned, but she held her ground. "This isn't about pride or politics. This is about survival. If we don't act now, there won't be a council to argue over." Kale's lips curled into a sneer. "Your fear is as primitive as your species. The Council has no time for baseless speculation." Before Ilara could respond, her data pad buzzed. It was a message from Earth. Her heart sank as she read the words, "Lily's condition has worsened. She may not survive the week." The room seemed to spin around her. She clutched the data pad tightly, her knuckles turning white. She had to save Lily. She had to make the Council listen. But Kale was already speaking again, his voice cold and final. "The Council has voted. Humanity is hereby expelled. You have 24 hours to leave." The words hit her like a physical blow. She stumbled back, her mind racing. If she left, Lily would die. If she stayed, she would be branded a traitor. Ilara spent the next hours in a haze of desperation. She reached out to other delegates, pleading for their support, but they turned away, afraid of Kale's wrath. The media painted her as a hysterical troublemaker, and her reputation crumbled. In her quarters, she collapsed onto her bed, tears streaming down her face. She thought of Lily's smile, her tiny hands clutching a stuffed starfish as she whispered, "Mommy, will you come home soon?" "I'm trying, baby," Ilara whispered into the empty room. "I'm trying." But the odds were stacked against her. Kale had tightened his grip on the council, silencing anyone who dared to question him. The energy extraction continued unabated, and the universe's core grew more unstable with each passing moment. Then, as she was packing her belongings, she found it, an ancient artifact hidden in the council archives. It was a small, unassuming device, but it pulsed with a faint, otherworldly light. When she activated it, a holographic message appeared. It was from a long-extinct species, their faces etched with sorrow. To those who come after us, the message began, we were once like you. We believed we could control the universe. But we were wrong. The core is alive, and it is dying. Only a sacrifice can save it. Ilara's heart raced as she deciphered the message. The artifact held the key to stabilizing the core, but it required a massive energy surge, one that could only be generated by collapsing a star. Ilara knew what she had to do. She confronted Kale in the council chamber, the artifact in her hands. You've been wrong about everything, she said, her voice steady. The core is sentient, and it's crying out for help. If we don't act now, it will be too late. Kale's eyes narrowed. You're lying. Am I? She activated the artifact, and the holographic message filled the room. The delegates gasped as the truth unfolded before their eyes. Kale lunged at her, but she was ready. She outmaneuvered him, using the artifact to broadcast the message to the entire galaxy. The core is alive, she said, her voice echoing across the stars. And it needs our help. But the artifact revealed one final, devastating truth: stabilizing the core required a sacrifice. Someone would have to pilot a ship into a dying star, triggering the energy surge needed to save the universe. Ilara didn't hesitate. As she prepared for the mission, she recorded a message for Lily. My darling, she said, tears streaming down her face, I'm so sorry I won't be there to see you grow up. But know that I love you more than anything in this universe. Be brave, my little star. Shine bright. The ship launched, its engines roaring as it hurtled toward the star. Ilara's heart pounded in her chest, but she felt a strange sense of peace. The last thing she saw was the star's brilliant light, enveloping her in its warmth. The energy surge stabilized the core, saving the universe. The council, humbled by Ilara's sacrifice, abolished its exploitative practices and declared a new era of cooperation. Humanity was reinstated, and Earth received the technology needed to cure Lily. Years later, Lily stood in the same council chamber where her mother had once stood. She was a scientist now, her eyes filled with the same determination that had defined Ilara. My mother taught me that even the smallest act of courage can change the universe, she said, her voice steady. Let us honor her legacy by ensuring that no species suffers as we once did. The delegates rose in a standing ovation, their applause echoing through the chamber. And somewhere, in the vast expanse of the cosmos, a single star burned brighter than the rest, a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of love and sacrifice. The day humans left the Galactic Council was not the end. It was the beginning. For in the darkest corners of the universe, a single act of courage can light the way for all.